We're in a nice suite in the MGM Grand. It is CES 2019, and we're not on the show floor, which is kind of nice. It's really hectic over there. So, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. We got Brian here, and we're talking about Mushkin. And it's the awesome name, Mushkin.
Yeah, it was the last name of our founder back in the day. Yeah.
Okay, and of course you've been around for years.
Right. Yeah, since '94.
Making lots of memory and lots of probably hard drives at the time, right?
We never got into the hard drive market, but since we had experience with SMT and memory modules, SSDs were the next logical evolution of that.
Okay. So I've probably had memory from Mushkin and didn't know it. You've probably had memory from Mushkin, didn't know it.
Most people have probably used something that's had Mushkin memory in it. Throughout. We're in point of sale, ATMs, all that kind of stuff.
But you focus on higher end, the gaming systems, the video systems, the performance system. Do you do enterprise stuff too? Or?
A little bit. We're more client focused, but we've been doing overclocking memory for forever since we started, and that's really big, for esports and keeping those systems running at their best.
Awesome. Yeah. So what do you got for CES?
So for CES 2019, we have 4 new products we're promoting. So we'll start here. First, we have the Source 2 drive. So
put that
sure.
Right here.
So our original Source drive is based on the 2258 XT controller with Micron 64-layer flash. It's been a great combination, very well reviewed and received, by the end users. The Source 2 uses the next generation of that controller, the 2259 XT, and with the next generation of Micron flash. So this recipe, will give you more robustness, more reliability. We're already pretty much saturated in terms of SATA performance, but as the new generation of flash matures, it's going to become most cost effective, and so this product will support those new components and be competitive with the market when that gets released.
Storage range?
Up to 1 terabytes. We're going to start at 250.
Okay.
250, 500, and 1 terabyte.
Okay. Yeah. And this is not out yet, of course. But
not out yet.
What do you have a price plan for?
The pricing for SSDs is so volatile that I wouldn't want to say a price right now, because by the time this is available, the price is going to be different.
Can you say it's more than $1?
I can say that it's more than $1, but
it's going to be more than $1.
Definitely, I think
you heard it here first.
I think the pricing has been very good for consumers, especially over the last few months. We had terabyte SSDs out there over 200 not that long ago, and now they're in the low hundreds. So next up, we're getting into NVMe PCIe space. This drive is the Helix L. So this is an M.2 2280 form factor, PCIe Gen 3 by 4, using the SMI SM2263 XT controller. What's really nice about this is that even though you'll notice here, under the label, these are just flash memory chips, there's no DRAM on here, which most drives use, especially PCIe drives. But it's really cool about these new generation of DRAM-less SSDs from Mushkin is that we're able to use a technology called host memory buffer. So what we do is we take a small little chunk of your system memory, and we use that to store the tables and all that information. That a drive with DRAM would use in order to accelerate the transactions.
But that speeds that up then?
It speeds it up greatly. And especially on the random read performance on here, really gives a nice boost. So you get most of the benefit of a DRAM SSD without the DRAM, which will save you a few extra bucks when you're going to pull the trigger on a purchase.
I won't ask you about the price because we've already gone through that. Right. But when are you expecting that to be out?
This should be out Q1. of this year.
Okay.
And this is going to be ranging in capacities from 250 to 1 terabyte.
Okay. Now you have a previous version on this out, right? Or is it the next one?
The next one.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So
let's talk about that.
Sure. So this is the Pilot E. We have a version shipping right now just called the Pilot. Pilot E, Pilot Enhanced. So the enhanced nature of this comes from the controller. This is the 2262EN controller. Okay. So SMI has optimized a few things in the firmware and the design of this controller to increase the throughput even more and get us to top tier specs for PCIe. So we're hitting up to 3.4 gigabytes a second read, about 2.5 gigabytes a second write, really high transaction performance. We're in the upper 300,000s as far as IOPS go. Okay. So this is your flagship. You got a high-end graphics card. You're wanting to play all your games at the maximum performance, or you're doing heavier workloads, media content creation, things like that. You need a fast drive to support that, and this drive is going to do that for you. As I mentioned before, this has DRAM, so you're not going to take up that little bit of system RAM like the Helix drive would, although it's very low footprint anyway. It's all local to the drive itself.
So would this be used, would you use with the DRAM chip for like an older machine, or what would be an advantage on that?
So, the DRAM on these really helps to store the map data, the tables in there, so that when the drive needs to do something, it has really fast access. Compared to older generations of DRAM-less SSDs where it was all just stored in the flash. And even though an SSD with flash is fast, it's not as fast as DRAM in terms of accessing and modifying those tables.
Oh, no, I was curious why you updated this if you have this and this, and you say that this is going to be better.
Yeah, so this one will max out a little bit short of a couple gigabytes a second on the reads and about 1.5 on the writes, whereas this will go up to about 3.4 gigabytes per second on the reads and about 2.5 on the writes. So almost twice as fast. Especially for the heavier workloads, this will hold up a lot better to that, whereas the Helix is more of a little bit of an entry-level NVMe. Still subjectively, compared to a spinning drive you may have in your system, these are going to be huge upgrades.
We got one more thing here. What do we got?
Sure, yeah. This is the Carbon X-100 external drive.
Okay.
So this is a nice little form factor. It's USB-C, USB 3.1 Gen 2. And so this supports speeds up to about a gig a second. And really good transactional performance on this too. So say you run out of space and you need to put some more games on your machine for your kids like I do, or you're traveling around and you need a working drive to modify media files or whatever. And
a thumb drive just won't do.
Yeah, because those are in here. You actually have an SSD and it runs on the NVMe protocol, whereas a thumb drive, that's just a single chip solution, very poor IOPS performance compared to something like this. So this can actually run an OS, run your games, and it will feel just as fast, as an internal drive. Okay. This will be a really great product for anyone on the go that needs fast storage, or additional storage to augment something, and you don't want it pinned to a particular system. You could take this to your laptop, back up your photos, take it to your gaming machine, play your games off of it. So it's a nice just portable fast storage.
Yeah. Let's just go through this really quick here.
Sure.
So this is the Source 2.
Yep.
And SSD drive, and this is coming out Q1.
Probably Q2 for this one.
On that.
Depending on flash availability.
Going to go up to 1 terabyte of drive.
1 terabyte.
1 terabyte, and then we have the Helix, which is doesn't have the
DRAM. No DRAM, but it does use host memory buffer, so you get most of the benefits of DRAM without having to pay for it.
And that also comes out Q2.
This would be Q1.
Q1, okay. Yep. And then We do have DRAM in the Pilot E,
Yeah,
which is going to be available.
Q1. This is your highest end solution for the heavy workloads, gamers, media professionals.
Or if you have an Intel NUC or something like that.
Yeah, you just want really fast storage.
Exactly.
One thing about us is we always price fairly. We're always competitive.
Okay. And then finally, the X-100. Nice little thumb drive. Did we say storage? What does this go up to?
Currently, the plans are up to 1 terabyte. We're investigating up to 2 terabytes.
Nice.
So, and this will give you about 1 gigabyte per second through USB 3.1 Gen 2 USB-C.
Okay. And this is going to be available?
Q2.
Q2. There you go.
Yep.
Where do people go for more information?
You can visit our website, mushkin.com, or you can, look at any of our retailers, Amazon, Newegg, all the big guys carry us.
Okay. And I'll be getting some of this in to test it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me over at Geekazine. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks to the crew here at this beautiful suite in downtown Las Vegas. Yeah, that's where we are, Las Vegas, for CES 2019. Got a lot more video over at geekazine.com, youtube.com/geekazine, the live channel over at YouTube, and of course facebook.com/geekazine. We're doing live all week during CES, so you can check it out there. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for letting me come here and relaxing before the insanity continues, and we'll go from there. So you guys take care and geek out.